Well, boys and girls, that was a spectacular transfer window, and it's not even over yet. We've got 10 days until the window slams shut. But first, we have to play some football matches. I think we're going to win the league this year. I've decided, and now I shall prove it to you. So if you missed the transfer special, we spent some money. Look at that. That's money being spent right there. When you add it to last season as well, we've spent some money. I mean, to be fair, Roma always spend money. Not as much as I have, though. We've spent 500 million, a net spend of about 300 million in less than a year. I've still not been at this club a year. A net spend of about 300 million to completely rebuild the team. The only players who were here when I arrived in that starting 11, there was just one, Alessio Di Tella, and he wasn't being used. He'd played like 3 games all season when I arrived. Otherwise, it is an entirely new look team for the first game of the new season. And we're going to win the league. Let's see what the media think we're going to do. Can I click on the league? Why is everything so hard? Media think we're going to finish third. We know we're going to win the league. Let's get the match going. Do we get a health, dentist and wealth accountant check? Yeah, I guess. Yesterday was one of the greatest days in the history of modern civilization. To the point where I phoned Anna when I was on my way out of the dentist saying, I reckon I should buy a lottery ticket because today is such a good day for my wallet. If I'm ever going to win it, it's going to be today. The meeting with the accountant, not only is my tax bill going to be smaller than I thought it was going to be, I think I'm actually getting a refund on what I've paid in advance. Because I've paid, anyone who's self-employed knows that you pay your tax bill and then you also pay a chunk of it in advance. So you pay half of it in advance in January and the other half in July. And basically, I've been overpaying the in advance bit. No wonder I felt so skint in like September. But I've been overpaying the in advance bit. Hadn't properly taken into account just how expensive TOFA is. It's basically TOFA's fault. TOFA and all the extra travel that we've done. So I've been overpaying for a year. So I'm getting roughly a quarter of what I've paid in the last year back. And that also accounts for paying the bits in advance again. So I won't have to pay any more until next January, even though I'm getting a refund. So I'm not even going to have to pay the bit in the summer because I'm just going to leave that in there. So I'm getting a refund, which is lovely. And then I went to the dentist and he said, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever was causing you, but there's no pain now. So we're not going to do anything if it doesn't hurt. What I'd recommend you do is go on the waiting list at an NHS dentist. And hopefully if and when it starts hurting again, which it probably will, go and see them and it'll be half the price to get it done with them. You just need to be registered with an NHS dentist. So I've done that. I'm on a 12-month waiting list for an NHS dentist. So hopefully it holds out for another 12 months without hurting again. And then that'll be half the price as well. The one piece of bad news is we can't get the motorhome. It was explained to me how, because motorhomes for tax purposes are classed as cars, and apparently buying a car for business, I can only expense 8% of the cost of it each year. So if I bought like a 40 grand motorhome, only like 3 grand of it would be classed as a business expense, and the rest of it I'd have to pay out of real money. So we can't get the motorhome. £105 for a Roma shirt with Abraham 9 on the back. Obviously, we had to get a Tammy shirt. And me and Anna have started planning a Rome trip. The only problem is the one match we can go to, I think it's versus Sassuolo in March. Tickets aren't available yet. So because tickets aren't available, they've not confirmed the day or the time yet. So until we know the day and the time of the match, we can't book the trip. This guy's got a bald spot, by the way. Number 12, Donato. I noticed it when he was down here before. He has got a bald spot on the top of his head. Can we see that on? That's how good the graphics are now. I mean, he looks like he's got hair from that angle. When you see him from the other side, he's definitely got a bald spot. I've never seen a Football Manager player have a bald spot before, but keep an eye on him. He's that one. Number 12. You can even see it there, look. He has got a bald spot on the top of his head. Which is excellent. Where is he? I need him to be back over this side. I might put him at left back just so we can see his bald spot. But keep an eye on Donato. So there's a lot of faffing around to see the back of a man's head. But I need to know if he's bald or not. It does affect team selection. Right. Come on, give us a highlight. I've moved the entire defence around so we can see the back of his head. Right, there he is. Look. He is bald at the back of his head. I'm certain of it. Oh, Champions League fixtures. What is an Omanoia and how is it in the Champions League? A team from Cyprus in the Champions League. Interesting. I mean, we should be comfortably qualified before we have to deal with Man United or Paris Saint-Germain, you would think. Benfica, pot 1, ranked 6th. Them lot ranked 130th in the coefficient rank. Wowzers. If we win these next 2 games, then we're winning everything. If we can just go and beat Inter and Juve before we've even settled this team down, because it's so many new players, we have no team cohesion. So if we can just go and beat the 2 best teams in Italy without any team cohesion, then once this team clicks, we're winning everything. Right, here we go. If anyone can. No, he's giving it away. We've got 3 minutes. We deserve a win here. We've been so much better than them. And they're down to 10 men. New Granulli. Not quite the kind of goal I expected him to be scoring, but we'll take it in the 92nd minute. There we go. Part 1 of if we win these matches, we're going to win everything. Achieved. We need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal against Juventus, though, I think. And that is deadline day, boys and girls. So apparently our best signing was this guy. A 5'9" centre-back. I never thought I would see the day where such a thing made its way into one of my teams, and I was excited about him. But I am. I miss this guy already. Can we get Tammy back? Right, I did promise that once deadline day was done, we'd look at some houses in Rome, didn't I? Because that's a normal thing to do. Right, I think, yeah, everybody gets to go into the Champions League squad, which is jolly nice. What an excellent demonstration of squad building we've done here, boys and girls. If there's ever any doubt, we've got rid of the doubt now. I am the greatest to ever do it. Football Manager, easy peasy when you've got my skills. Yes, accept. Right, I want to buy a home. I'm just researching. Just me. No, I don't want to rent it out. What do you think this is? I'm already renting property in Turkey. So I'm on 936,000 a year. No additional income unless we win the league. Then I think I do get a bonus. So I can borrow roughly 4.5 million. Does Rightmove cover Italy? Rome. Maybe it doesn't. Overseas property on Rightmove. Here we go. Rome. Oh, it's in silly European money. What's 4.5 million in silly European money, which isn't even on the keyboard? 5.2. So we could get this one, basically. It's an interesting area that it's in. Oh, look at this. I might be on half the money I'm at Burton. I do think this might be a better house than what I've got in Burton-on-Trent, though. Just on first glance at it. My Roman villa. Look at that for a dog pond. That's amazing. Oh, I'm moving to Rome. This is extraordinary. It's got a furry tree outside. Why do you need a chimney in Italy? It's always hot. It never snows in Italy. We've talked about this before. They've got an underground window. Get this stupid logo out of the way. Outdoor chairs. 2 sets of. You can sit at this table, chat to the people who are sat around that table, and someone can sit on this bench and play piggy in the middle. And then someone else can stand here and do the ironing, apparently. Don't know why there's an ironing board out there. You'd think they'd have moved that for the photography. Can we see inside at some point? That is literally an ironing board. Why is that there? Oh, look at that! It's got a pizza oven! My big worry about going to Italy is I wouldn't be able to get any good pizza. But if I can make my own, come on. At least I know there's going to be decent pizza there. Another little bench. Somewhere to rest my cigar. Somewhere to light my cigar. It's covered all the cigar things. Is that a mirror or a window? I can't work out what's happening here. Are we finally going to get inside? No, we're going to have a look at it from above. There's a lot of lawn to mow, isn't there? I'm going to need a gardener. Need to factor that in. Are we going to get to look inside? Oh, here we go. Here we go, look. Not many chairs for a table that size. And who needs a sofa in the dining room? There's a lot of paintings on the wall as well. Look at the shine on that oven. Goodness me. What a weird spot to put the oven as well. Why would you have the... Is that an Italian thing? Having the oven on the island that sticks out and the extractor fan sticking out into the middle of the room as well? I am smacking my head into that constantly. Why would you... What? I don't understand. That's poor design choice. Lots of books. I guess this is my office, is it? Imagine if I started doing my videos with just books in the background. There's no computer on the desk either. What's the point of the desk when there's no computer? Do you just bring a laptop in, another angle of my desk? This is where I'll be penning my memoirs. I've got a tray with a little bucket full of sugar and a stiletto on it for when I want to wear high heels and drink coffee. That's Grandma. She's round for dinner, apparently. Bless her. More chairs not pointing at anything. There's no TV. Why would they put a picture there when they could just put a TV up there? At least they've got a duck, though. I do like the duck. And if there's a power cut, we're sorted for candles. So many just random tables. What is it with rich people and just random tables? I don't understand. You can't... You've got this big footstool in the middle of these 3 sofas. For a start, who wants to sit on a sofa and look at people in the opposite sofa? Secondly, you put your feet on that glass table and they're just going straight through. Madness, who's she? Why is she on my wall? Are they pervert chairs? They're not in the bedroom. I don't think they're pervert chairs. Oh, and now we're outside again. Do we not get to see upstairs? Okay, we just get the outdoors and downstairs, apparently. No bedrooms. Well, that's where I live, boys and girls. I now live in Lazio, which I guess is part of Rome. It's got 2 gazebos. It's a wonderful villa in the centre of Rome. I want to see the other houses on this street. The hell is that? Are we opposite a castle? So I guess my house is down here somewhere. Interesting. I bet there's going to be tourists around all the time. That's the one downside. What's she taking a picture of? Because she's not aiming at that castle. She's taking a picture of this tree or something. There's not a chance she's lined up with that castle properly. So this is where I'm going to be going, is it? Rome. I can't move around. That's no good. I want to move around. There's a lot of traffic and an invisible motorcycle. There we go, boys and girls. Rome. House hunting done. All right, who's taking the penalty? The man who wants to leave. What an excellent choice. I wonder why he missed. Well, I guess 0-0 away against Juventus is fine. We are still top of the league. I don't really know how they've made it into the Champions League. In fact, I'm going to have a look to see how they've made it into the Champions League. Fraser Sharp answering his critics, by the way, with a hat-trick there. So they have to get into the Champions League. They only had to win one game. They just had to beat or one tie. They had to beat Olympiacos. And that was it. What was the score in their first match? First league stage match? Lost 3-0 to Sturm Graz. We're going to win 1,000-0 here. This will be the rest of the stream now, just watching goals go in this next match. What's our biggest win? Is it safe looking that up before the match? Does Football Manager know what we're doing? So the biggest win in the history of the club is a 10-1 win in the Europa League or the UEFA Cup in 1962. We've got to do better than 10-1. Right, here we go. 11-0 incoming. We're breaking records here. What? Right. Without wanting to criticise my boys, what we've just seen there is Fraser Sharp, 6'4" Fraser Sharp, taking the free kick and aiming for 5'9" Wanma at the far post. I can't help but think doing that the opposite way round might have led to a goal. Bam 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 bam. You select your set piece takers. No, I don't. Set piece coach does. Fraser Sharp. There's the first one. 3 minutes in. 11-0 incoming, boys and girls. You set the priorities, though. No, I don't. I don't fiddle with any of that. My set piece coach does it all. I ain't fiddling. I ain't button clicking on those screens. They sound like pervert screens. I told him the 3 types of corner I wanted the day I was appointed to the job, and I haven't been back to that screen since. Here we go. Here comes number 2. It's Sharp, taking all the set pieces today, apparently. Why not? Just leave him to it. Fraser Sharp continuing to answer his critics. And it's another corner. There's number 3. Granulli! 3-0 after 13 minutes. Oh, another set piece. Here we go. Let's have number 4. Surely. There's number 4. 16 minutes in, number 4. Oh, rimming. Oh, that's a lovely goal. That boy's a left back. We've started the second half like we mean it. And now Fraser Sharp over a free kick again. And he's at the post now. He just wants to demonstrate he can do everything. You can't name the YouTube video to my club wrecking record if you rotate. Yeah, but I don't care about that. It feels like a Topher problem. And you don't know that. For all you know, the players we bring on now might end up being even better and breaking the record. Like Vukinic and Granero have both been brilliant so far this season. They've now got over half an hour to be awesome. We've still got time to break the record, boys and girls. Anything could happen. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. 6-0. That 6-0. I can live with that. We're top of the Champions League. We are officially the best team in the world. Is it end game? If we win everything this season, that's that. New save starts on Sunday. Well, not Sunday, because obviously we're not going to win it all tonight. But if we only win one of them, then obviously we keep going. We want a Serie A and a Champions League. So we have to win them both before we're done. And what we'd likely do is load up the same leagues again, but this time no Turkey. Sub someone in for Turkey and go again. Do they have to be in the same season? No, don't have to be in the same season. We just want to win them both. That'll be when the save is done. Win a top level league and win a Champions League. If there was a reason to go, if they did TwitchCon there, or if there was a football match I wanted to go and see there, or if Anna really wanted to go there, then yeah. I suspect none of those things will ever be true, so probably not. Well, hopefully this will be the wake-up call that we need after getting too complacent in our last game. We can't do an invincible season now. The whole point was we would need something big enough for Anna's scooter. We wanted a motorhome. We wanted something a bit more spacious. We didn't want a van. I don't think we're going to fit in a van. I don't think there's any direction I can lie in a van where I'm not touching the sides. Not going to be doing that again. So that was another reason expenses were up, because we spent a lot of money on those. I was doing 2 or 3 unboxings a week of various cards and figures and things like that. All that stuff, it was all bought for videos, so it's all business expenses. We're losing again. Buy a football club, not interested. I'd have to work with football people if I did that, and I don't want to work with football people. Don't really like football people. Can't handle the laddishness in football. Right, come on, let's have an equaliser, please, and thank you. He's not even looking, he's just looking over here. Maybe it's difficult when the video is due out 12 hours after the stream is finished. I mean, if I recall, that was originally your idea. It always used to be a 2-day delay. Granero, surely. I mean, Vucinic has absolutely robbed that goal off of him there. I mean, he might be a proper striker. Right, one more game then. Let's do a football. Let's at least stay close to Napoli. Young players who are good enough will play. Exactly. Saka's been a first team regular since he was like 18 years old. Played every game. Because he was good enough. 2 who start every match, though, seems plenty. If Martinelli counts, I'm not sure if Martinelli is as well. There you go. That's 3 who start every match who are homegrown at club. There's no reason to force others. The issue is a player can't prove they're good enough if they're not given minutes. They are given minutes, though. But hardly any. I mean, how many is it? Hold on. Let's have a look at him. He's... Oh, no, it's the wrong year. He's played 11 matches this season, Smith Rowe. How many does he need? He's had 1 start. He's played in 11 matches, though. He's played 6 Premier League games, 1 League Cup game, 3 European games, 1 other. If he was good enough, he'd have showed it in those 11 matches, and he'd be starting now. You should be a lawyer. What, because I win arguments? Who do you think he's better than that he should be playing ahead of? Trossard, Martinelli, if he's off form. I mean, he's not better than either of them, and you know he's not better than either of them. As Mike says, he's there in training. Well, I was going to say every day. He's there in training the 30% of the time or so that he's fit. If he was training well, he'd be in the team. Exactly. There's a reason that he's fallen as far down the pecking order as he has. Because like you say, under this same manager, he was a regular starter. And now he's 3rd or 4th choice in his position, I guess. But I am going to disappear immediately upon the final whistle of this match. Let's find somebody to raid. Because I need to scoff my late night snack before I join up with that other person. Right, we are going to raid. Who are we going to raid? Dupes streaming darts, apparently.